We've been in Blackpool all day and it's just gone 5 o'clock and we are ending our day off with a perimeter walk again at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. And I found out on the way down here, we've been in north of Blackpool all day, the big one's been testing for the first time this year, for the first time with its new track. So it's been just over a week, I believe, or maybe over 2 weeks now since my last closed season update. So not too much will have changed, so this will probably be a lot shorter, but we'll see what has changed. The main change will be obvious in a moment that we've come for to have a look at, and yeah, we'll just see what happens. The entrance to the park all looks the same. We was just over there and we've crossed the road. Yeah, nothing's really changed around Valhalla either. But yeah, how annoying is that we've been in Blackpool and the big one's been testing. I think it's just been the big one as well, nothing else. So, like, of all rides to be testing whilst we're literally up there, it's the tallest one here that we could stand here and watch, but that's fine. Is that a workman on Big Dipper? 2 workmen on Big Dipper? I think it is. There we go. I was thinking work would have stopped for the night now with it being past 5 o'clock, but they're carrying on going, and we can see the onion there that's been taken off, or whatever you want to call it, not causing any debates. But onion seems to be the common thing, so we'll call it that. There we go, climbing down the scaffolding. I didn't show that in the last update. I showed that it had been removed from the top, but I didn't show where it actually had been put. Just at the side there. I said, oh, I don't know where they've taken it. Doesn't look like they've started working on it yet, but there's plenty of time for that, and we'll see what happens. There's plenty of scaffolding up on the Big Dipper there, people working on it, and the onion has just been put down at the side. Like, it looks like, yeah, it's just at the front, like opposite the food places. How I didn't see that, like, whilst we were walking here last time, I don't know. And over here is the biggest change, the most obvious change that we've come for. The last time we was here just a few days before this change happened, and I mentioned it. Here it is. Last time I was here, this section of the big one was empty, and yeah, had its track taken out pretty much, and it is now being lifted in. They did say they were lifting it in on the Tuesday, but if I remember rightly, I swear they lifted it on the Monday. But there we go. The erection services have completed another retrack on the big one, and this thing has been testing today. Crazy that we've missed it, but that's fine because we'll be on it in less than a month. But the scaffolding's still up. The scaffolding's still up on the drops, and I don't know, maybe it's the distance, but it feels like it's harder to tell that it's new track than what the other sections are. Like, the other sections you can really tell the difference. I assume it's round about there where it goes from old to new. You can tell the difference there. Oh, shake it. Well, yeah, I don't know, it looks cool either way. You can tell that's new down there, to be fair. Nice and shiny. All from Tazika again. I've just remembered as well, I think it was the second drop where there was a bit of scaffolding up. That's now been taken down. Can't see, like, close enough to see, like, where, you know, if they've done any painting or anything. But it was somewhere up there, if I remember rightly. I'll have to check my pictures in a minute. But yeah, it was somewhere on the second drop where they had that tiny bit of scaffolding up. That's now been taken down. Obviously it's been taken down because it's been tested too, haven't we? We've successfully crossed the road, and we'll be crossing it again in a minute, but obviously we're going to go underneath. But while I'm in a close look at the new track, scaffolding's still up, as I mentioned, and yeah, it's good that it's been fitted in now. By the way, there's markers here. I think they're going to build something, and work is still taking place. I thought it would have stopped at this time, but how's Infusion looking? The scaffolding's gone from the first drop. I think all these coasters will be testing within the next 7 days, like every one of them. The big one today, and yeah, a lot is going on. Wow, there's more scaffolding than I thought on Big Dip there. Yeah, I hear water, so they're filling Infusion up. Like, wow. Is that going to take until the 28th? 20. Why do I get the 28th? 18th? I hope not. Honestly, I'm tired, guys. Yeah, Infusion's looking a bit bare. There's no scaffolding. I'm having trouble getting it to focus, but the Infusion train looks a bit more assembled than it did last time. But oh, there we go. Almost. Let's try and get a photo and I'll stick it up there now. Didn't have any luck with a photo. Let's see what's happening on Big Dipper and Pleasure Beach Express. Nothing really to see in the station. And you can hear work, obviously. You can hear them, but you can't see them through the wood. But oh, I saw a hand. Anyway, there we go, I'll leave them to it. Oh, the Grand Prix cars have gone. But I think Big Dipper will be one of the last coasters to start testing again. I think it'll be ready for opening day. It'll be a shame if it's not, but then again, if it isn't, then it's fine. They're obviously doing a lot of work to it. But yeah, I think it'll be one of the last ones to start testing. It'd be silly to expect it to be testing right now, or to expect a train to be on the track. But yeah, I'm surprised the big one was the first ride that, I mean, maybe it isn't the first ride, but it's the first ride that I've heard of being tested this year, because yeah, you do normally hear about it, and that's what happened today. Not too much happening over here either. I think there was scaffolding or something. There was something. Yeah, there was something. Down here last time. I have a bad memory.
It sounds like it's something orange.
Yeah, something orange. Okay.
I don't remember.
Something orange was over there and it's not there anymore. Take that as your update. Pleasure Beach Express's station's very dark. Have they... Oh, it's just that one little bit. I thought they'd like fully enclosed the station or something there. The train's not there. And yeah, nothing's taking place right now. Lots of markers down there. I think the park's getting expanded, guys. Very close to some of the big ones. New track here. And it's scaffolding next to Infusion. Yeah, some more water there as well. Can't find it with my camera, but some water's running. Alright then, I've walked over far enough this time. Iron Brew Revolution. Well, it's not been a thing for a while now, but the sign that was exposed is no longer exposed. They've now put the up-to-date sign up, back up again. Don't know why they took it down, but yeah, it's all the same again now. Is this the year? Alright then, we are now round the back on the last part of our perimeter walk now. Near Nickelodeon Streak and Grand National of there, Big One's Helix. Yeah, it's nice to have a walk around. Don't think we'll see anything worth showing down here, but we'll just have a look. There won't be anything worth showing, he says. The Revolution train is right there, not on the station. I thought I heard a brake just round there, so maybe it was Revolution. Surely they don't leave it there. But yeah, maybe they do in closed season, I don't know. Yeah, you could send it if you want while we're stood here. There's a better view of it. It's starting to go dark now, unfortunately, so the video won't be as good as what it would have been hours ago, but yeah, we can see the train there. And yeah, it looks like it's staying there for a little while. But I assume Revolution's been tested. Focus! I assume Revolution's been testing. And if it hasn't, it will be very shortly. The scaffolding that was on Nickelodeon Streak's lift hill is now gone. Not much to see over at the smooth wooden roller coaster. There was some work happening on the corner after the first drop. Doesn't look like anything's happening now, so maybe that's finished. Bit of an obvious one for you. The big one track isn't there anymore. Last time we came, it was just a few days before they lifted it in, as I've mentioned, and it was all there. And yeah, sure to check that out if you haven't seen it already. Some trains there. And here's the new shop. Can't really tell what's happening with it, if anything. But yeah, sure, it's coming along nicely. And the lights are on inside Valhalla. I'm sure that means absolutely nothing, but thought I'd show it. And that concludes today's perimeter walk, our second one of this closed season. Will we be able to do another one? Fingers crossed. But yeah, seen the main big change. Cool to see the new big one track in. And it's always nice to do a perimeter walk and just be at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, whether it's inside the park or outside the park. Less than a month to go until we will be back inside the park. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Check out the screen to see more, and I'll see you in the next video, whenever that'll be.